In today's video, I am going to teach you how to generate random numbers in Excel. To get started, open your Excel sheet and take a moment to locate the area where you want the random numbers to appear. You will see a grid of cells, each with its own address made up of a letter and a number. In this example, we are going to place the random values starting in cell A2. This is a simple and common setup because it gives you room above for headers or labels if you want them later. Now click on cell A2. When you click it, you should notice that the cell becomes highlighted, and the cell reference A2 appears in the name box or is visible near the formula bar area. Make sure you are actually in a 2 before you type anything, because entering the formula into the wrong cell is the most common way this step goes off track. Next, you will type the formula ranbetween 100. Type it exactly as shown, including the parentheses and the comma. This function tells Excel to generate a random integer between two bounds. In this case, the first number is 1, and the second number is 100. That means the result will be any whole number from 1 up to 100, including both the 1 and the 100. This is useful when you need random test data, sample values, or anything that should be numeric and varied. After you enter the formula, press Enter. As soon as you do, Excel calculates the random number and displays it in cell A2. The value you see may be different each time you calculate or refresh the sheet, which is normal for this function. At this point, you have successfully generated one random number. The next step is to create more values without having to type the formula again. Now drag the fill handle down from cell A2 to cell A4. To do this, look at the bottom right corner of the highlighted cell A2. You should see a small square or handle, often called the fill handle. Click and hold that handle, then move your mouse downward until you reach cell A4. Then release the mouse button. As you drag, Excel fills the cells with copies of the formula, adjusting the cell positions automatically. When you release the mouse, you should see 3 cells filled, A2, A3, and A4. Each of these cells will contain a random number produced by the ranbetween function. Even though the formula is the same, Excel generates a different random value for each row, which is exactly what you want when you are creating a set of randomized numbers. At this stage, take a quick moment to review what you now have on screen. Cell A2 should contain a random number between 1 and 100. Cells A3 and A4 should also contain random numbers in the same range. If you want, you can change the spreadsheet or trigger a recalculation, and you may notice the numbers update based on Excel's calculation behavior. That responsiveness is part of how ranbetween works, so you can generate new random values whenever you need them. And that covers everything you need to know. And that is all there is to it.